Hi, my name is Will, and welcome back to my Big Fun Dumb Survival. It is officially time to start adding stuff to the base now that it's the new year. I finally got my world tour finished. I re-recorded that video 4 times, by the way, and it did very well, so I just want to flat out start this by saying thanks, and I appreciate it. And also, this is the last time we'll see this building, this very ugly gray building, from this view ever, I think. At least on camera, for me. But yeah, I think I will go ahead and show off something else really fast, and then we'll get to destroying that building, because that's what this entire video is going to be about. But in case you hadn't seen it, I uploaded a short on my YouTube channel, which you can check out, but I built this. The short goes into a lot more detail on this statue, but I really like it. I've wanted it in my world for quite some time, and I'm really happy with it sitting up here on this mountain. One thing I'm excited about this year is getting to play with this side of my base. It's not something I did a lot last year, so I'm really excited to either extend the house or add some new buildings up here. Yeah, this is just going to sit here forever, and I love the view of it sitting on the sunset like this. We will be working in this area over here, and excuse those water noises, this is a very loud farm. But yeah, we will be working behind the other Kermit statue, actually, and tearing this building down and replacing it with something even better. I'm officially building a super smelter up here where this gray building used to be, in the form of a gas station, because I thought it would be interesting having a gas station up here and being able to connect it. I think we'll probably end up having to get rid of this tent here, but maybe we could relocate it somewhere. I'm not completely sure what's going to happen over here, but it should fit in this section here, which means I have a lot of land work to do. I think where we can get started right now is finishing this terrain over here and also filling in that stone over there with grass blocks. And then after that, I'm going to try and figure out how we're going to extend the mountain downward. I underestimated how big this build was going to be originally. So without further ado, we will get started, I think, right now. Oh, that was interesting. But I think it's time to turn our attention to this. This looks horrible. And this side doesn't look any better. In fact, it looks worse, actually. And yeah, it's a mob fest. So I'm going to go grab some torches and, yeah, we'll see what happens. Ready? Don't mind me, guys. I'm just going to light this up. And then try and ignore them if I can. I brought my sword. Ah. Yeah. Yar har, I shivered your bones. I think this is the shape we're going to leave it with for now. The area's definitely expanded quite a bit, and I think it might even expand over here later. This tent's definitely going to have to move. I think I'll move it over here, though. But I'm going to spend some time off camera and work out how I want these mountains to look. I have a very specific way of doing these fake mountains, and I really like it. I think it's more going to end up looking like this one down here, just on a larger scale. So wish me luck. I'm going to be here for a while, and I'll catch up with you when it's time to destroy... Oh, it's at a render distance. There it is, the ugly gray building. Alrighty, I just finished the destruction of the building, and it looks so weird from over here. We're gonna do our flyover, and yeah, this is so empty and so ready to have something built upon it. You might have saw at the end of that time lapse there that I had to rip up some of this ground here and fill it with dirt. I forgot that back in the day, I really never came up here. My base was kind of just confined to this little area over here, but I would come up here to grow giant spruce trees so I could build with spruce. And I guess I completely forgot that, yeah, this was so unconnected from anything that I had built previously that, yeah, this was like wild land out here. I love finding little stuff like that around my world just to see, like, you know, how much time has changed this and how much more gets added to the world every year. But I'm going to grab these resources. Oh, by the way, this building was such a waste of good resources. There's just so much going on here. And yeah, what a wasteful man I am. But I'm going to relocate these materials to my storage system and then I think start laying the framework for where the parking lot is going to be here. This is already really big and we're not even halfway through digging. This is about where the building's going to be, so I think this spot also needs to be cleared out now. Half of this is going to be me playing Spleef with myself because I didn't realize how much of this I was going to have to dig back out. But hopefully it will be fine. I'm going to go ahead and start digging out, I think, where everything is going to be. And then we can start on the concrete and the parking lot and all of those different things. Hopefully this doesn't take me literally all day. You can see that top-down view of the mountain here. Looks very, very funny. Everything here, I guess, was real mountains, so that kind of gives you a scale of how much of this was fake. Not that you couldn't already tell that this was fake. But already, I think I'm going to start laying down some of the concrete, which is in my house, and laying out the parking spots and where everything should be. Okay, officially on day 3 of working on this thing, and it is definitely coming together. This is the parking lot, and I'm going to go ahead and connect up these 2 roads so that canonically cars could come from this parking lot all the way to this back one, because there will be a bunch of different semi-trailers back here for, like, unloading stuff, like stock. But I'm gonna go grind out some more concrete, and then I guess we can finish the parking lot, and trying to think of a cool transition. But, you know, have I seriously been dead for 2 months? This doesn't make any sense. What the shit? Well, hello. It has been about 2 months since I worked on this video last, and my beard is bushier. I apologize if maybe the end of this building process wasn't very satisfying as far as the video goes, but while I was building this, I kind of overcomplicated the video process for myself and made a mountain I didn't know how to climb, so I ended up kind of putting myself in a rut, and I was like scared to work on my world and everything because I hadn't finished this video, so it went very unfinished, and I also just got really busy in real life, and that's why we got ourselves into this mess in the first place. I can finally show the end result of the process here, and I really like this build a lot. You can see it's kind of supposed to look a little worn down and damaged here in the front. Maybe like the building's faded over time, but back here has also changed, and this is not lit up very correctly, but see how now all this is finished and we have all kinds of lamps and stuff. This truck is leading into a garage here into the back of the building, and also there's soon to be kind of like an interstate bridge hopefully going on over here. I'm gonna change this up a little bit, of course, but something that also got changed up from the last time you saw it is this area. This was at the very start process, and you can see I moved the tent. It is now over here, and this looks so much cooler than it used to. This is also where I decided to bury myself a couple minutes ago. But yeah, I'm really happy with this, and kind of ties all of this area together really nicely, and also kind of gives me a new pathway to go up to with the road here. Of course, this road leads back up to the gas station, but over here, this is now a tunnel. It's supposed to kind of look like it fades off. I think it kind of does. So yeah, I really like this too. But obviously, there's more work to be done. I need to finish the inside of this, which, to be honest, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do. I have a couple shelves in here, but other than that, I don't really have much going on. And the same is kind of back here, and that is the garage door, by the way. But I think it is officially time to get back to work on this area in here. And I actually think I've changed my mind on these shelves. I don't know if I really care about this looking like a gas station on the inside, if I'm going to be honest. The build is what was important to me, so I think we're just going to clear this out. Other than this, I think I'm going to leave this. and just go from here. It's probably a good time to mention I've never built a super smelter before, so I'm gonna do this hopefully with no tutorial and kind of just by the seat of my pants. I don't know. All right, cool beans. We can go ahead and maybe also rip up this floor because, to be honest with you, I'm tired of looking at diorite. This looks hideous, and I know the torches aren't helping anything, but I hate it. And it honestly might be a good excuse to use some of the new pale oak wood here. And by the way, I am absolutely in love with this wood. That's what she said. Oh, and yeah, here is this area as well for anyone that was interested with the new build and stuff. I have visitors, and I'm just gonna kind of let them sit over there. And can we talk about the leaves here? Oh my gosh, this is such a cool change. I'm starting by laying some dark oak wood in kind of a different pattern. Then I'll fill in the rest of the diorite with either stripped logs or pale oak wood. Okay, that took absolutely forever, but I think I have something that I'm kind of happy with. It's a little weird, but I think it'll grow on me. And I think I'm going to halt any further decorating until we actually have the super smelter built. I'm about to absolutely lose my mind with some redstone, and I'm gonna go ahead and gather all of that so I can torture myself the next 2 hours and build the super smelter. I think if we're starting from here, I want it to be central with the door, so we'll make that the first 3. Something like this, maybe. Cross. We'll keep that door there just for, like, maintenance purposes. So I'm already noticing that I'm going to have to do something I wasn't expecting. Okay. That. Here. Here. Yeah, there we go. This is redstone, guys. I'm doing redstone. I'm just kidding. All right, so there's that. And I think we're going to have to end up knocking out this wall anyway back here. So we'll just knock this out here. And then we're going to need hoppers on all of these. This is getting very, very expensive, and I'm going to run out of hoppers in about 5 seconds. Oh, perfect. I don't come over here very often, but this is a good chance to use all this iron in here. Yeah, we'll just take a couple blocks there. That thing hasn't worked since I ported it to the Java edition, and I don't have any need for iron right now. Hello. Oh my god, I'm gonna need so much stupid wood. Make as many hoppers as that can get us, I guess. And I guess all of this needs to be up here. Make sure all of that is lined up. I don't think we need anything there. I've been working on this for 10 minutes and I'm already frustrated. I had to alter this a little bit over here, but this is where we're going to put the product that I'm smelting. I don't think I'll need more than just a double chest at a time, so this will work just fine for me. And that's also why this is like this over here. Also, it's not a very big super smelter. Okay, I don't need much. I kind of gather the resources as I go anyway, so yeah, I don't really need a big farm like this. Over here is where we'll put the fuel in, and it'll run along here and then come back. I won't be AFKing at this farm. It's just gonna be something I turn on and something I turn off. So whatever. But the thing I think I'm going to struggle with most here is the timing of the hoppers and if they have ample time and ample fuel to do what they need to do. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way for this to turn back off for them to resupply, and then it'll turn back on. So yeah, wish me luck. I'm going to work on this for a little while, and we'll see where we end up. I would do this in a time-lapse or something, but I am in the new update, and Flashback currently isn't in the game right now. So you know what it's time for, another pointless transition. Alrighty, I think I'm ready for my first test here. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing, so we're gonna see what happens when I just tower it like this. I think I will give these a chance to give the best chance possible, because if this works, then this is great. Yeah, we'll let these fill up. I'm using bamboo slabs. I might actually grab a couple more just in case. At this point, I don't think it would be a bad call to extend a bamboo farm or make a new one. Then again, I got this over here, so I'm probably fine. Alrighty, we'll see if this sand smelts. I guess we'll start the fuel first. Give it a chance. Well, that was embarrassing. And then we'll see if this one goes. Okay. Hey, there was already something in here. Pale wood. Okay, this is working, kind of thing. Is it going too fast? Oh, I have 15 glass. Oh, still working. 7. Oh, shit. 8. Yeah, they're all in sync, I think. Enough for me? They're not filling up all the way, which is kind of depressing. Hopefully, by the time this all gets done, everything will be eat up, like the fuel and the sand and stuff. So I'll cut back to when this gets done, or when it stops lighting up at least. Voiceover wheel here. Unfortunately, my mic wasn't on, but the problem I was running into was that they weren't given enough time to fuel and properly pick up items to distribute to the furnaces. So I went back to the drawing board and started working on a brand new system at total totally take me like 3 hours of work. Okay, I believe I'm ready for another test. You can tell it looks a little different in here, but I actually did a bunch of redstone, and I'll show it off here in just a second, but this looks a little more finalized, and up here I decorated a little bit, not very much. Back here looks mostly the same. I believe I added this after I finished, but down here you'll get a little glimpse of the redstone, I guess. But this is my on and off switch. This will power the minecarts to start going around, and over here I have a redstone clock, and it's connected to both sides over, so that's the fuel line, and this over here is the product line. So I think what we're gonna do is get a larger sample size, hopefully with this cactus over here. I don't necessarily need green dye right now, but I guess it couldn't hurt. But I'm gonna use every bit of cactus I have in that farm because I have so much at my house. And I'm gonna get some more bamboo from here. We should be good to go. I have pretty high hopes. Everything worked decently well the last time. It just needed a few tweaks and needed a better minecart system. If this isn't enough fuel, then I won't blame it on the smelter itself. I'll blame it on myself. Let me just double check that none of these are stuck. Oh, that's why you check. Alrighty, let's test this thing. If I hit this switch, we should see that minecart start to go. There it goes. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Alright, same deal as last time, except for this time I won't interrupt it. Hello. That needs to come out a couple more blocks. That should be fine. And we'll watch this one back here and see what it needs. It might need a boost. But I definitely think it's doing better than it was last. Balls, balls, and more balls. I think I broke it. In fact, I know I broke it. I broke the thing. Slightly different design. Let's go. I noticed that some of the levels in the furnaces were uneven, and I'm pretty sure it was these trapdoors because when I broke them, it acted a little bit different, and they started filling up a little quicker. So don't put trapdoors next to minecarts. I also started looking into the redstone and decided that it was maybe going a little too fast, so I started tweaking some stuff. I think looking back at this footage now, I know how to fix this for the most part, so this is probably already changed by now. Okay, I think for now this is going to work. I've slowed it down quite a bit, but it's still a little fast. I'll keep working on it though. But yeah, this is more than enough. This is way better than what I was dealing with. Look how fast it comes in like that, and I added these so that I can get all the XP and stuff afterwards. And while that's working away in the background, I think it's time to add the finishing touches to the inside of the gas station. I'm talking decorations, tables, you name it, I'm gonna put it back there. The carpet here is nice, just kind of signifying this is what this is all about, or that this is the main piece of the build. I don't mind the idea of maybe some stuff being stacked up on a shelf over here as just a piece of decoration. Gotta have a bed everywhere that I can in my Minecraft world, so I'm putting a bed back here. Crafting table, move this. I'm actually gonna add some seating over here as well. That way I can kind of wait on the stuff as it gets done. That's not good. That was my fear. I think I ran out of fuel. It's okay. I can just come back later and finish this. Turns off. So nice. Oh my gosh. And then over back here. Yep. Yeah, there we go. After that, I got distracted and started messing with these furnaces and the XP and stuff. And the cool thing about these furnace farms is they kind of double as an XP farm. And I was amazed. I got like 33 levels here. I'm gonna totally use this to my advantage with my Elytra and stuff in the future. This is awesome. And just having it at my base too is amazing. I officially think we are finished with the gas station. At least for now. I can always come back and tweak it, and things change constantly in my world, who knows. But I'm in love with this. This is a dream come true for me. I've never built something like this. I also got to play with redstone for the first time in a while, which was really, really fun. And yeah, I'm thrilled. Everything is smelted. I have 33 levels that I have no idea what I'm gonna do with. Everything's healed. Oh my god. I'm gonna do one last look at the build in its current form right here. I'm so happy with it. I'm so sorry again that the build process really wasn't caught as much. I'm future proofing the way that I do these videos from now on so that things like that don't happen again. But as a reminder, this is my you know, personal survival world, and I do play it in my off time, so you know, take everything with a grain of salt. Things are meant to change, and things usually look different by the end of the video. But speaking of which, there's one last thing that I need to check out. In one of my first videos, I built this train station, which has been labeled under construction since February. That's because it really doesn't connect to anything anymore. So now this giant mountain is a fake mountain. And I have so many plans for this area. And I think that just about does it for now. Thank you so much for watching this video and its craziness, and I know a lot of the transitions were weird. I apologize for all of that. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in less than 2 months, and thanks for watching this video, especially if you made it to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!